Good morning. I'm gonna need some more coffee. It's Thursday, the 23rd of May. Tried to make a video last night. I put my iPhone 14 Pro Max on maximum 4K settings, and it's having a really hard time uploading to YouTube from my phone. So I've downgraded to HD and 60 frames per second. I've not figured out any kind of stabilization settings or anything like that, but I'm working on trying to find an alternative. Mainly trying to find a setup where I could use my hands. I like the first person perspective. I think other people might appreciate being able to see what I'm seeing as I do it. And I like to teach by practical application. I'm not built for the classroom anymore. I get too antsy. I feel like I need to take somebody by the hand out here and say, hey, look at this. This is how it goes. Step by step. Boom, boom. I think that's gonna work best for me. Like I said in a previous video, I got burnt out teaching the cannabis industry actual gardening because all these kids have been growing in the closet, in their basement, in their attic for decades. Let's walk through. Hold on. Yeah, some good coffee. So, after the storm and all the mess, I got fed up and put them all in random pots. These are all grapes. I don't know which ones are which now. I really don't care. This one is in Nigeria, and the other big one down here is the Mars. I know at least one of these small pots is a Mars. I got a couple blues, a purple, pinkish red, and another green, I think it is. We'll see. I'll pull out all the bags. I think I kept them all somewhere. If not, we'll just wing it like we're winging everything else. My big tomatoes are coming in. They're looking good. For all those professional influencers on YouTube, I ain't. I'm a hard-working man. I'm a practical man. Been working farms and ranches for a long time now. And I found simple things like this, using what you have, is the best tool in your garage, your shop, your shed. I had a bunch of rope laying around. I needed a trellis. I knew how to tie in a net. Okay? You can look that up on the internet, and this is a simplified version. There's even more complex versions where they're using a one thread, knotting it, looping all over, and it ends up double like this all the way around. I end up single because I did not do that method. This is just a simple placement holder. This slides as well. All of them do. That's for me. This isn't an actual proper net. This is a type of net. Nice. Use that one. Don't spill over coffee. Get in there. I'll be damned, I think that is the one that neighbor sent over. It is growing in good. Cool. They all look pretty healthy. Yep. It's almost time to prepare the next trellis. As you can see, I'm not worrying about a trellis as a baby. It's just pointless. I can just simply rake this stuff away or stuff a board down there, and I think I'm gonna go get some more actual fence stakes because I need some anyway. So it's no big deal. Just use what you have on hand until you absolutely have to go buy something. Okay? It's all about what being self-sufficient is. Using your imagination and creating something out of nothing. There is no wrong answer. If you have certain things available and you know how to create this thing that you need, then do it. Okay? If you need help figuring out how to create what you need out of what you have, go to YouTube. Okay? That's what we're all doing here. We're all sharing to begin with. There's other places like Rumble, but that's turning into like conspiracy and political stuff over there, which I don't mind. I like some of that stuff. This fig's getting pretty big already. I guess once it started taking off, it's really gonna take off. Figs are what I call a class 1 easy. Okay, you just water it and it grows. Most vines like raspberries and grapes, same thing. Everything needs fertilizer, but for most part, you're just guiding these things. I haven't even strapped these things yet. Just lay them up there. They're fine. Quit being so tedious about your garden. Give it what it needs, and give it a natural setting like I'm trying to do. The wood here for the beds is to only give it form, okay? Yes, about 5-10 years, all of these boards will be rot. But what happens if I keep adding chips the level of the bed, as you see here? What's gonna happen? Well, that wood's eventually gonna break down just like the chips are and become part of that soil. And the more chips I add on top and compact, I'm literally creating my own garden above ground. Okay? This shit's pretty hard. It gets really hard when it's dry and when it's froze. But it does allow for the proper drainage. I got a slight slope going away from the house. I tried to even that up by putting more chips in the rear, which I think I need to level off because I don't have quite enough. Maybe I just did a little too much in the back corner over there and that back side. Who knows? But, ow, get off me. Dang. Big ass flies bite. Anyway, I tried to shoot for my second bulge from the top there, and as you can see, I'm moving uphill. Okay, but I overestimated, and that's fine. Let's go back and rake it forward, and it'll be just fine. And where that bed sits there, just below the third, that's probably where it's going to be best suited for all the beds. And I'll have enough to go back here once the fence line is up. Once that fence line is done, I'll start reorganizing the front of this here and put my satsumas back, put a couple more citrus out there right above the cup line there next to those persimmons somewhere. And yes, I need to finish that bed right here, get them babies in it. I've been procrastinating because I've been trying to get all these chips in here, and it was such a pain in the ass to untangle that shit. I was literally chopping on that mound before I can even get one scoop full with the rake out. So I got pretty wore out. That's the video I tried to record last night on the high res definition. It was a little too much. So here I am this morning sharing it. Like I said, you gotta be consistent. And the things that you don't see in the videos that everybody else shares is what's happening in the background. How do they get to that result? How did they get to the end of that project? What was their struggle? What are the things they screwed up on and then fixed and then didn't tell you, right? That's why I'm here. I'm right here. Now, I could have started recording when I started putting all of the garden fabric down, but I wasn't even intending to do these things. But last minute, after I got these wooden beds done, I said, screw it. I'm gonna try this. So here I am. In further videos, I'll try and put together where I got all the plants, the beds, the process of each of these things, so everybody gets a general idea where I stand and how much. Okay, I gotta go. Eating me alive. So everybody understands like how much it costs to get started, really, because you gotta be honest. Okay, I had a bunch of money saved up, so I said screw it. I'm here taking care of mom now. Those biting flies go back to the same exact spot itself where somebody else fucking just bit. Whew. And that hurts worse than a skeeter. Okay. So anyway, y'all gotta understand how much this costs to get started. Okay. Now, if you were to start, get off me now. Say with this bed here, just this long one. Okay. I believe that was around $100. Okay. That is 8 foot long. I don't know exactly how wide. It looks like almost 2 foot wide. Okay, and it's divided in the center, and you don't have to put that center panel. I just did it because it came with the box and said screw it. Put it fully together and see what it looks like. Now I know later I'll just unscrew those caps, pull that divider out, and just do an entire run of tomatoes next season. Okay. One of these was $35. Okay, and there's 2 sitting there. 1, 2. And one of these was $100 ish. And those uprights and all the other wooden shit, that's me. So it's just that. Just a 6 foot by 3 foot. That's a 4 foot by 4 foot. And that's a 3 foot by 6 foot. This was $50 some. I think it was close to $60, but 2 came in the package, so that was a good deal. And they're plastic. They're going to last a little bit longer than the wooden ones. And that's all I really got to say about it. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's sturdy enough, and I can upgrade all those screws and bolts later if I really need to. But it's going to be buried just like the wood. I may or may not keep it. Who knows? Like I said, my big 20-gallon totes are from the Home Depot. Turned them into planters by drilling a bunch of holes in them. $10 for a 20-gallon tote. Okay? That's pretty tall. They're damn near as tall as these beds. Look. Okay. There we go. There we go. It's just slightly taller. but I don't use that first inch or two on top of these totes, right? So that's equivalent height and spacing, or growth space, is there as there. I guarantee you it's the same exact one compared to that, okay? All you're doing is guesstimating. I love that non-word. The space for growth, okay? If I'm gonna put a tree from a pot into another pot, I'm gonna do it the same way you put it in the ground. Twice as wide, twice as deep, okay? These trees all came from a 3 to 5 gallon pot, not very big. Matter of fact, one of the persimmons came out of that one. And let's walk over here to the babies. Okay, all these big pots the koji berries are in, these are all the tree pots, okay? Wash them, reuse them, free, okay? Again, all these trees came in those little pots, okay? So it's twice as big, both directions. It's fine. Just keep it maintained to the size necessary for this planter, that planter, okay? It's not that difficult. If you're gonna be gardening, you're gonna have garden tools. You're gonna have shears, nippers, clippers, pruners, loppers, you name it. So like I said in other videos, to maintain this, do not allow the branches to go any further. Let's go to 1 zoom aspect ratio so you can see it better. Okay. So from the bed, okay, straight up. Zoom back out. I really don't like this phone. Maybe I can get a headset so you can see it better. Okay. Anyway, you get the drift. Don't let the branches go any further past the bed. Maybe 8 inches past the bed would be a good start to see how big it gets to begin with, and just maintain it. I'll keep it like in a roundish formation in its open center, and it'll be fine. It'll just look like somebody's hand, literally. When it's full grown, I'm hoping it's gonna look something like that, okay? Because all those are going up in different directions, okay? Now, I got sidetracked with that, but that's my point about this whole thing. You have to think about your next step. How much is it gonna cost you? Can you do it for cheap? And what can you use, reuse, and build from nothing, okay? I guarantee you I have less than $5,000 into this garden, and it was not spent very fast. It took me all winter to choose every last thing here, and I did not get all my fruit trees, and I even had to take some back to Home Depot that got sent to me through shipping. It was like 5 trees I got refunded. I paid for a 2 to 4 foot tree, well-rooted tree, meaning in a pot, okay? And they sent me root starts, which I should have kept, yes. But they charged me for a 2 to 4 foot tree, and I got every single one of them were root starts under 24 inches, and one of them was barely 19 inches long from the tip of the root stock, bottom of the root, to the tip of the scion. That was shady. Okay, other ones I was measuring from the graft to the tip of the scion, and it was close to 19 to 20 inches, and it just varied less. So there's that. Okay, you gotta be aware of where you're getting things from. Most of my stuff turned out just fine. It's just that one order was kind of screwy. All the big stuff, all the big fruit trees and stuff, that's local, because I'm in Texas. You gotta get your fruit trees local. All my small baby stuff, that's berries and vines and shit like that, it was either Walmart or Starks or Fast Growing Trees is where I got the blueberries that are out front. Damn, that shit fucking hurts. Anyway, realism, man. Fucking real life shit. That's something else the other influencers ain't gonna share with you. They'll mute that or edit it out. I ain't editing any of this dumb shit out. Real people in their real backyard. Okay? That's what this is gonna be about. And I think I will get a headset so that I can use both hands and share as I go. It's gonna really help everything out. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day on this gray Thursday morning. I'm gonna get out of the biting flies and skeeters. Later.